Hi guys, welcome to part two of my series, Debunking Aerial Myths. So today's myth that we're going to talk about, it's not necessarily a myth, but it's more a misconception that I think people have, which is that in order to train aerial, you need to already be strong at aerial. Hi, my name's Verity. I am an online aerial coach specializing in strength and conditioning, helping aerialists achieve the skills that matter to them. So I really hate this idea that in order to train aerial and be good at aerial, you already need to be strong. I think part of this is down to social media and just the fact that we have access to seeing so many high level aerialists who have been doing it for years, decades, aerialists that have gone through professional training, 3 to 4 years in circus school, etc. And I think it creates this really unrealistic standard of what it actually means to be strong and to be good at aerial. And I think what people forget is that your average person walking down the street probably can't even, hold their own body weight without their feet on the floor. They probably don't have the core strength or the balance to sit inside an aerial hoop or on a trapeze. They won't have the mobility to, be in a straddle position or the leg strength to hox on a bar. The movements that we think are really simple because they're simple in the sense that they are beginner movements when you're learning how to train aerial for the first time, they're actually quite hard. And I think we forget that that's the reality of it. Like aerial inherently is hard. I've talked about this in other videos and in my social media content. Pretty much anything that you're doing on the apparatus is hard. It's just that we have this wild idea that being strong means I can do like a million pull-ups or I can do, straight arm invert is the gold standard for being strong in aerial. And I mean, I love invert, but like straight arm invert is really freaking hard, especially if you haven't come into this movement discipline with any real background in strength, fitness, training. If you haven't spent years doing gymnastics or dance or working out in the gym, like this stuff is going to be challenging to learn, but it doesn't mean you have to be able to do it all before you get started, right? Like the point of training aerial is to help you build strength and to help you become more physically capable and to challenge you. So I think it's something that we need to kind of like move away from this idea that we have to be insanely strong to be good at aerial. Like I think I was still good at aerial before I could do a lot of the harder tricks that I can do now because I understood what it was requiring of my body. Like, even just hanging off a piece of equipment with 2 hands without your feet on the floor, that requires a certain level of grip strength, forearm strength, shoulder strength and stability for your shoulders to not get injured just doing that movement, core strength to be able to control the position of your body and hold yourself there. Like there's a lot going on in these easy movements, which are not easy. And so really this is just an opportunity for me to have a rant about this because I feel quite strongly about it. And I just want everybody to understand that, they're doing a brilliant job no matter where they are in their aerial journey. And I think if you identify as somebody with a level of strength, it helps you progress more easily. If you're constantly telling yourself that you're weak, it's like saying, oh, I'm not flexible. But again, if we compare to the average person who does zero stretching, you've got great range of motion, right? So it's really like this perception and sort of truly understanding that even the simpler, easier stuff that you learn early on in your journey, or like the intermediate, if we think about things before advanced levels, that stuff is still hard. Like it's still requiring a lot from the body. And it's why people get injured because they just push too hard and they haven't got the capacity because they're trying to do things that are hard. So it's remembering that if you're training aerial at all, then you are a strong human being because you have the strength and the capacity to do that. And then it's a case of building on that to get stronger. but it doesn't mean you're not strong in the first place. So yeah, hopefully we just squash that one like a bug. And you can remember that, you know, when you're comparing yourself to other people or you're feeling like you're not doing a brilliant job, you actually are. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video of this series.